this episode, we'll be taking a look at legal marketing budgeting post-COVID-19 with Guy Alvarez, founder and CEO of Good2BSocial.
Some things that are on a legal marketer's mind at this point with the COVID-19 pandemic, hopefully coming to a close. What is the way they can handle their marketing budget? Because that's what we're definitely going to talk about today. How has the pandemic affected the budgeting?
It's a great question, Jessica, and it's a question I get a lot from both small firms as well as large law firms. So obviously what's changed significantly with COVID is the inability to really see other people in person, right? So a lot of firms in the past have dedicated their marketing budget. A lot of it has gone into conferences or trade shows or live events. And obviously, for the most part, those things aren't happening today, or if they're happening in a very limited way. Also, people don't really like to travel or travel as much. So that has also made an impact in terms of their marketing budget. Now we're seeing firms invest 5 to 6%. So almost doubling what they were investing in the past.
That seems kind of interesting, especially since it's shifting to online versus in person. Is that normal that it would double, even though it's digital now instead of, the wining and dining as that happened before?
That's a great question. And unfortunately, I feel like a lot of firms don't know what they're doing. So they're wasting a lot of money, right? They're spending money on advertising online without really understanding how to do it.
You talked a little bit about measuring ROI and measuring how these campaigns are performing. What are some ways law firms can do that? Like, what should they be investing in? Like, what metrics should they be paying attention to, and how can they really get started on that?
So that's a great question, right? A lot of times I speak to marketers and they're really frustrated because they say to me, God, we just got 1,000 new followers on LinkedIn, or we just got 20 new likes on Facebook, or we just improved our traffic. We're getting now 2,000 unique visitors to our website. But the lawyers don't care, right? And the reason the lawyers don't care is you need to be able to tie your metrics to actual business objectives, right? Lawyers don't care how many likes or follows or shares or they don't care. They care about, did we get any new business, or were we mentioned in an article or publication, or did we get a new speaking opportunity? So you need to closely tie your digital metrics into real business objectives in order to really be able to quantify, yes, we did this investment and this is what resulted out of it. The change into the digital world is a lot of times I see firms get very stressed out about all these new technologies, and they want to make sure they don't miss out on anything. And a few months back, everyone wanted to be on Clubhouse and what are we doing with Clubhouse, and should we invest in Clubhouse? Well, Clubhouse is a good new property and there's certainly value to it, but just because it's out there doesn't mean that you have to be on it, right? So I think the important thing is to really be measured in how you approach new technology and new channels. But most importantly, I think if you're going to improve your marketing, the one thing that I would recommend is to focus in on your clients and really gaining an understanding of what it is they really need, right? That is the most valuable thing. And I don't think that law firms spend enough time figuring that out. They don't spend enough time doing research on their clients. Because if you talk to a client, they typically want 3 things.